Hey guys, Angry Monkey here. This dropped today or yesterday, depending on when I upload this. The Nintendo Switch 2 first look trailer. Now, I did watch this earlier today, so it's not like a blind react, but I still wanted to, watch it with you guys and talk about the Switch 2 for a few minutes. I don't think this will be a long video, so let's get started. Alright, we got our Nintendo logo here. Showing the Nintendo Switch. That is exactly the kind that I have. The neon red and blue. And so the Switch is definitely going to be bigger. So this mostly looks the same, but that is a huge difference. I like that feature instead of the little kickstand that the Switch 1 has. Obviously the Joy-Cons are going to be bigger, but I like the black and red and black and blue accents. That's a nice touch. I like that. I mean, I'm gonna miss the neon blue and red, like fully blue and red Joy-Cons, but I like this black with the blue and black with the red accents. I think that looks very nice. This is very loud. But I also like this. It's more better, I guess. I mean, I got no problem with the way that the Switch 1 connects, but the Switch 2, how it just like clicks in the side like that, that looks nice. I'm excited for the Switch 2. I also like that they actually are calling it the Switch 2. This is a new track in Mario Kart, so we're probably getting a Mario Kart 9, which is very exciting. The footage shows that this is a 24-person thing. All right, let's pause here. So, plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. Plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible with Switch 2. Now, this has been a hang-up with some people. Concerned of, oh no, what games are not going to be compatible? Guys, 99% of these games are going to be compatible with the Switch 2. They just have to say that because there's a select handful of games that will not be compatible with the Switch 2. The Nintendo Labo being one of the big ones that people talk about will not be compatible with the Switch 2. And I think that's mostly because the Switch 2 is bigger than the regular Switch. So it just can't fit in the compartments that are made for Switch 1 on the Labo. So that, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 games that nobody plays anyway. I mean, there's somebody out there that the Labo is probably their favorite game. And I'm not even bashing the Labo. I'm just saying that nobody plays the Labo because, I don't know, you play it for 5 minutes, you build the thing, and you're like, alright, that was cool, and then you don't touch it ever again. It takes up space in your thing. Although, I'd love to get a Nintendo Labo stuff. I think that would be kind of fun to build those on a video and be like, hey guys, Angry Monkey here, and we're gonna build a Labo thing. I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't know how I'd record the gameplay unless I just do camera on zooming in on a Labo thing. I don't know, but I think that'd be kind of cool to show that off. But I mean, I'm not getting rid of my regular Switch. So I mean, even if the Switch 2 is not compatible with any previous Switch game, well, I still got my original Switch. I'm keeping my original Switch, so that's not going to be a problem for me. All right, what else we got here? Okay, and this is the other big thing, is the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct on April 2nd, because obviously we can't do that on April Fool's Day, so it's the day after April Fool's Day. They will have the Nintendo Direct And with that, we'll go over the details. I say we as in I'm the one giving the direct. No, they'll give all the details, probably the specs, probably like the all the stats of hard drive space and RAM and all that fun nerd stuff that I don't know anything about, but pretend to know about, so that way other nerds would be like, you sure you're a nerd? Yeah. So anyway, that stuff, and obviously the price. I don't know what the price would be. The original Switch back in 2017, geez, that was 8 years ago. March would be 8 years since the release of the Switch 1. That's crazy to me. That was $300. And that's not counting the game. So I don't know if it's going to be, I mean, it's probably going to be more than $300. I would say either $350 or $400. I mean, the Wii U was $300 or $350 depending on if you're getting the base model or the deluxe model, they called it. Mine was deluxe, because who would buy the basic Wii U when you can buy the deluxe that has a game and all these other little accessories for just $50 more? So yeah, I'm going to say probably $350, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a $400 price tag, but I would be surprised if it was more than $400. Nintendo is pretty consistently cheaper than the competitors. Like, I mean, the GameCube versus the PS2. I mean, like, the GameCube was what, like 100 or 150 or something. The PS2 was probably around 200, maybe 300. I don't know. I wasn't following video games that closely back in 2001. I wasn't even allowed to have a game system back in 2001, really. Yeah, so anyway, I wanted to talk about that. I want to talk about possibly a couple games coming out for the Switch 2. I mean, we saw a little bit of that in here with this Mario Kart game. Yeah, so we're seeing here 24 people. That's huge because, well, I'm trying to think on the previous Mario Karts. I know that, like, I think probably in the original, I mean, there was like 8 playable characters, but I don't know if all 8 were playable at once. I think they were. And then I know that in Mario Kart Wii, I think they upped that up to 12. And I think it's been 12 ever since the Wii. So now we've doubled that to 24 characters. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I love this track. This one looks so nice. There was showing the Yoshi Diner. Yeah, I love that. This is adorable and very clever. I mean, yeah, I'm excited for Mario Kart 9. I'm going to call it that. I don't know if that's what it's going to be called, but I'm going to call it Mario Kart 9. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. And I keep saying that over and over. So I remember back with the Nintendo Direct last year, last summer, or it's either summer or fall, they announced Metroid Prime 4. And, well, that's not out yet, obviously. And a lot of people are saying that is probably going to be either a launch title for the Switch 2 or early in the Switch 2's life, we will get Metroid Prime 4. And I don't think it would be a launch title, because even though Metroid is that's a big series for Nintendo, it's not a system seller game. I already love Nintendo, and I want to buy all the first-party Nintendo games, and of course I'm going to get Metroid, but the casual gamer is not going to buy a Switch 2 because of Metroid Prime 4. I mean, especially with having that 4 next to it, be like, I don't know, maybe I need to play the first 3 first, or what's Metroid? I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like, oh, what's Metroid? I've never heard of Metroid before. Or, I mean, we haven't really had too many Metroid games. I mean, like, when it comes to the Metroid Prime series, Metroid Prime 3 was on the Wii. I was back in high school, I think. I'm going to check that real quick. Yeah, Metroid Prime 3 came out in 2007. And, I mean, we had Other M that came out in 10. That was after I graduated. And, I mean, obviously, we've had Metroid games since then. I mean, Metroid Dread came out in 2021. And I know that there's the Metroid Prime remaster. I don't have that in my collection yet, but I know that that was a recent-ish, I mean, obviously, Switch era, 2023. So, yeah, I know that they've made Metroid games since the Wii, but as far as the Metroid Prime series, yeah, we're looking at 2007 for Metroid Prime. So that's been a while, long anticipated, really. I mean, I'm excited for Metroid Prime, even though I've not played Metroid Prime 2 or 3, and I've only played a little bit of 1. But hey, that's just me, and that is my stupid mentality of, yeah, the game's cool, I'll get back to it sometime, and then 20 years later, oh yeah, I never got back to that. And yeah, I probably haven't played Metroid Prime 1 in probably close to 2 decades. Not because the game is bad. The game is amazing, really. Just, I think I got lost, and I'm like 12, and I'm like, all right, I'm done with this for now, and I never got back to it. Yeah. One of the other big games that I think could be either a launch title or very early in the Switch 2 is Pokemon Legends ZA, because the Switch 1, it was struggling to run Scarlet and Violet. I mean, it's not as game-breaking now as it was in 2022, but man, Scarlet and Violet, they were... It was kind of painful to look at sometimes on the Switch. So, I think when it comes to Legends ZA... Now, granted, a Legends game could be smaller, especially since we're focusing on just Lumio City. But I'm assuming that we're going to be expanding outside of Lumio City a little bit. And I'm expecting it to be pretty big. I mean, Legends Arceus was a pretty big game. I mean, there was a lot to explore there. So I'm expecting that with Legends ZA as well. And that would be a system seller. Pokemon is one of the biggest selling video game franchises of all time. Maybe the number one. I mean, I know Mario's up there. I know Zelda's up there. Pokemon is up there too. And that could be a system seller. I mean, if Nintendo says on the Switch 2 that Pokemon is going to be a launch title, oh, you better believe this. The Switch 2 is going to sell out so fast. Like, Nintendo's heads will spin and be like, oh, okay, we need to make 30 million more copies before Christmas time because of all these people that want to get the Switch 2 because of Mario Kart and Pokemon Legends ZA. Like, those are going to be two huge Christmas things right there. Now, Kajinama, that you know from the channel, dropped a list of other potential either launch titles or early titles for the Switch 2. He says Assassin's Creed Mirage and Shadow, The Division 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Mario and Rabbids Collection, Metal Gear Solid Delta, and then possibly Microsoft Flight Simulator and Halo Master Chief Collection, because I mean, he kind of separated those two from the rest, but I mean, Microsoft is moving a lot of their stuff over to the PlayStation. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of those games also came over to the Switch as well. Halo's been teased on Nintendo a number of times. And I guess technically it's not the first time that we've seen a Microsoft-owned series or character on Nintendo, mostly because of Rare, which is owned by Microsoft, even though Nintendo kind of owned them back in the 80s and 90s. But I mean, even after Microsoft bought the rights to Rare, we still had a Banjo-Kazooie game on the Game Boy Advance, and we had Banjo-Kazooie as a playable character in Smash Brothers. Plus, on the Switch, we have a lot of those 64 Rare games like GoldenEye playable on the Switch Online. So, I mean, granted, that's more Rare, not Microsoft, but I guess it's not too far of a stretch seeing on how Microsoft's video game direction is going. It could be a thing. We might see. I'm not going to hold my breath on that. I'm going to expect seeing Master Chief more on PlayStation now than Nintendo. But I mean, it is a possibility. I mean, think about the possibility of people playing Halo on the Switch like all over the world. Like they can go on vacation, they can still play Halo against their friends. I mean, you can kind of do that with the whatever the new PlayStation thing that's the competitor to the Switch. I forget what that's called. But I don't know. Maybe they can do that with the Switch 2 as well. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I heard a rumor about possibly Red Dead Redemption 2 also possibly. These are all speculation. Like this is not a confirmed, oh, Halo's coming to Switch 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to Switch 2. This is all speculation from a 2.5-minute trailer, and I'm making, like a 10, 15-minute video about it. Yeah. So anyway, those are just some thoughts I have right now. I just wanted to talk about this for longer than I should have, but you guys know me. I like to ramble on. Yeah, so what do you guys think? What are your thoughts and expectations for the Switch 2? Do you guys agree with me, or are you guys thinking, dude, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about? I'm sure most of you guys on the internet are probably thinking that too. I'm pulling a lot of this out of my butt right now to just make a video. Yeah, but I don't know. These are just some thoughts. Some of these are possibilities. Some of these I doubt are going to be a thing. But I just wanted to talk about it real quick. So anyway, like I said, post your thoughts in the comments below of what you hope to see on the Switch 2, what games you expect to see on the Switch 2, what you think the price is going to be, the release date. All we know is it's 2025. I don't know when. I'm guessing probably like late summer, early fall. Obviously, it's going to be out before Christmas, I'm assuming, so that way we can take advantage of the 2025 Christmas season. So I'm thinking probably late summer, early fall. But hey, maybe it comes sooner, maybe it comes later. We'll know more about that in April. So that pretty much finishes up this video. So before you go, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified when another video comes out. I'll probably do a react to the Switch 2 Direct. I would like to do that blind. I think that'd be pretty cool. So subscribe so that way you guys can join me for that. And so you can hear my reactions on what they talk about. I don't know what to expect. But yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. There's going to be a Pokemon Presents in February, because that's kind of what they do every year. So subscribe so that way you can hear my reaction on all the Pokemans stuff. I also have a Facebook page where you can follow me on there. I mostly just post these videos on there, but hey, it's just another way to share these videos and another way to talk to you guys. I also have an Instagram that I forget I have until I advertise it. But hey, that's another place you can talk to me, and I try to post cool stuff on there if I remember. Most importantly, I have a Discord where you can join me and Kajinama and Citrus Fruit and everybody else that helps make this channel what it is. Join a bunch of other fellow nerds that like video game stuff and anime stuff, Pokemon stuff, whatever that is. We're big fans of that on my Discord. So all you got to do is say, I want to join your Discord. I'll be like, cool, here's an invite. And join our community of nerds where we have fun, hang out, nerd out. And I guess that's all I really have. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.